When I heard Mr. Garza announce my name as Teacher of the Year for DGG, I was overwhelmed with emotion. This year has been such an uphill that I felt surprised, happy, proud, honored, thankful, and very grateful. This year has definitely had its challenges. Balancing out my role as a teacher, mother, wife, at the same time, at the same moment, has definitely been one of them. Although I love being all those three titles, I never had to do them all at the same time. It took a lot of organizing, setting up a routine for both my children and my students, and a lot of patience to overcome this challenge. It was and continues to be a matter of teamwork because there is no way this was going to be done by myself. Another big challenge has been venturing out into the technology world. I've always loved technology and tried incorporating it in my classroom, but this year has been such a wonderful teaching opportunity for discovering new and engaging ways to use technology in the classroom. One of my biggest success during this pandemic has been incorporating engaging technology into each lesson. While we might have been forced into this new way of teaching, it's really been such a blessing in disguise for my teaching style. Personally, I always try to incorporate at least some means of technology, but now I see my students and they are just masters at Jamboard, Google Slide, Nearpod lessons, creating their own videos on Flipgrid. I mean, really the list just goes on and on. It's been very exciting to see because it's given them the opportunity to have more of a hands-on approach to their learning. My advice for new teachers, especially after this turmoil of a year, is that collaboration is key. This year could not have been possible without my DGG family. The advice of a veteran teacher speaks for itself, but this year, new teachers were helping veteran teachers with technology. Whatever the situation was, we were really in this together. It brought out more unity as a school, as a team, and it gave us the confidence to try out new things. I feel that together we have become better and more effective teachers. So don't be afraid to seek collaboration. It truly is the best way to become better versions of ourselves. This year has reassured us that the saying, "It takes a village," is more than true. I'd like to tell my students and their parents how grateful I am to have spent this year with all of you. I remember the first day of school and making a promise to myself that I was going to give these children the most normal, most wonderful school year because this pandemic was taking a toll on all of us, especially our children. And you all have made it so easy for me to keep this promise. Parents, I'd like to thank you for your constant communication. I know your stories, your backgrounds. I especially know that this year has been very hard and for some of you of great loss. And yet you have been there to support your children and their learning. I admire you. To my students, you have no idea how much I've learned from you. Thank you for making this year unforgettable. I love each and every one of you. There's so many I'd like to thank for their help along this journey. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for guiding me into this profession. I'd like to thank my husband, Oscar, for being my biggest help this year. I cannot imagine this honor without your aid. I'd like to thank my children, Mariana and Luca. Thank you for being so patient and understanding when you had to share your mom in your home with 18 more children. I love you three more than words. I'd like to thank my parents, Arturo and Nancy Guerra, my siblings, Ariana and Arturo, and their spouses. You are the most amazing support system. I'd like to thank my friends, my family, and my 7 best friends. Your uplifting during this pandemic has been godsend. A special shout out to my cousin Kiara, who's been my go-to, my technology guru for this year. My incredible administration team, especially Mr. Edgar Garcia and Ms. Carmelita Cantu. Thank you for believing in me always. My DDG family and my 4th grade team, thank you for inspiring me daily. I'd like to thank Roma ISD, and last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank my wonderful students and their parents from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.